Hey, what's going on? So before I do my cardio today, I want to do some measurements on this box so we can find out what it's tuned to, the actual tuning frequency of the port. Hopefully Evil Inside jumps in today so I can show him exactly the measurements or how to get the measurements on this box to find out the tuning frequency of the port. It's claimed to be 33 hertz. It's claimed to be 33 hertz, but that may not actually be true. So how do we find the port's tuning frequency? Hopefully you guys can see it. How do we find the tuning of the port? Is it bright enough? Maybe I need to switch it. What's up, man? What's going on, American Bass Lover? If you think 33 hertz, wait till you feel 59. Richard, what's going on? We got 17 people in here. So I think I saw a video last night by MBE on how to measure the box to find the actual tuning of the port. I think he was using some type of app. I don't know the app, but I'm gonna see if you guys can do it. A frequency generator. I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna do some measurements and I want you guys to figure out what this box is actually tuned to since you guys know so much. Since you guys know so much. All right. This has a curve style port, which means it curves in. And then the port also has a piece of wood in the center, I'm assuming for bracing. The box feels very, very heavy duty. It's very heavy too, by the way, despite it being small. So hopefully Evil Inside jumps in and we can do some measurements to figure out what it is. It's an app that produces hertz. Take a Blocks, what's going on? I'm gonna see if I can find that app now. Joe S, what's going on, bass? I'm gonna see if I can find that app. That app is called, what is the app called? Is it just called frequency generator? Let me see if I can find it. It just popped right up, yeah. Sound generator. All right, is that the one? Is that the one? Let me close this garage so we can have some more light. A frequency generator. So I got that. I got the app. Is that what you're talking about? There's different ones. Okay. Oh, I see it. You can pretty much swipe it and sweep different frequencies. So once you swipe it, right? Once you swipe it, playing different frequencies. I mean, how do you know how do you know which frequency is the box? After you sweep it, how do you know? I guess the subs don't move anymore after a certain frequency, above and below a certain frequency. I guess that's how you find the tuning of the port. Test tones and frequency generator, yeah. You can go to the settings and adjust so it's more sensitive to 10 to 60 hertz. Okay. Kind of like that. So that's how we find the port tuning with this generator. Well, a guy, Evil Inside, was telling me to measure the box to figure out the port tuning. I wish we can go live on here all together where people can talk instead of just commenting. I think you can use an SPL meter to see what hertz it plays the loudest as. But you would need some subs in the enclosure. Did a video on that yesterday. Yeah, like I said, I think I actually watched the video because I do want to start finding out like how to find the tuning on the ports that they claim. I already watched the video. I watched it yesterday. Lawrence, the SMD shows you what hertz your box is tuned to. But right now I don't have any of those, so I want to try to find out without it. SMD is like, fine, I'm not paying that for no SMD. Tuning and bandwidth, you should or watch MBE's box measurement video he just put up. I just watched that video last night. I actually commented on it. DAX V3 is what I use. I don't have any of that right now. What can I just use a tape measure and write the measurements down, and we come up with the best hypothesis or best guess on what this box is actually tuned to? Can we come up with something like that based on measurements? So I'm just gonna measure the whole entire box right now. I'm gonna measure the whole entire box. So this box width, this is width, right? This is width. So this box is 34 inches and a half on the width. So the width is 34 and a half. The depth on this box is 18 and a half. 18 and a half on the depth. And the height of the box, is 14 even. 14 even. So we got the external dimensions of the box. I'm sure you guys can't really do anything with that, right? Tunes by ear. He tunes by ear. Dale, that's why he's on this path now. Greetings from Russia. What's going on? We got somebody from Russia in here. The buffer itself. It's approximation. Done the measurements, but it's a approximation. How do you tune your amps? By my ear, on ear. If it sounds right, then that's all you need, right? If it sounds right and I'm not blowing speakers, then tuning by ear is fine. All knobs to the right, full tilt, send it. Been burning, how you doing? All right, so we got the external dimensions on the box. We got the external dimensions. So let's measure the port. Now, do we measure the port from side to side, or do I measure it between where the port leads into, so where the kerf is at? Because I won't get an even measurement at the corners because it really doesn't have like a box or a flat corner. It's curved in. So I'm just gonna measure it like at the kerf. I'm gonna measure the port at the kerf. So measuring the port at the kerf gives me 3.5. 3.5 at the kerf for the port's width. Three and a half at the kerf, okay? And then the port height, I'm assuming you don't do it from you don't measure it from the top of the box to the bottom of the box. You do it from the top of the port to the bottom of the port. And so from the top of the port to the bottom of the port, top of the port to the bottom of the port is 12 inches and a half. So port length or that's the port height. Port height is 12 inches and a half. Now the port length, let's see, it's about 35 hertz. Do you have the head unit on loud mode? I don't. I have the head unit on off, Mr. Dale Gordon. TCC. Charleston Miller says this box is tuned to about 35 hertz. They claim 33. So how do you know it's tuned at 35? 45 hertz. How do you know it's tuned to 45 hertz? Been burning. Yeah, that's one of the reasons Dale Hawks, Godfather, X-Max Munch. Every time someone I know talks about American bass ripping this around, ain't in that conversation. That's one little thought because they share a port. Try to treat the box like it's a single box. XRP, it was the ultimate car audio app that MBE said to you. What was that app so I can download it? So I can put the measurements in. Go ahead and put the app in the comments. Go ahead and put the app in the comments. Ultimate car audio app. Okay, let me look that up really quick. What is it? Ultimate car audio? And it costs $2. So I guess I gotta buy it. All right, I just bought the app. All right, I just bought the app. Yup, it's $1.99. That's the name. It's Trick because of the shared port. I meant Ronco. Yup, it was $1.99. I just bought it. Tricky can autocorrect. All right, I just bought the app. It's probably backwards from what you guys can see. Gotta figure in common port walls, wood thickness, sub displacement, etc. That app would help you big time. So right here it says box calculations, speaker wiring, cone area, dB calculations, ohms law, subtone generator, full tone gen. Okay, sweep gen. Oh, this app has everything. So I'm gonna go to box calculations. And I have it says sealed box, slot port box, curve calculator, aerial port box. Should I go to slot port box or go to curve calculator? See, slot port box, and then it has curve calculator. Slot. All right, I'm gonna go to slot. All right, the most accurate box calculator on the market. Okay, measure twice, cut once. So I'm gonna put this in here. I want this to be as simple as possible so other people can do it too. Go to curve. Some people saying go to curve, some people saying go to slot. I'm gonna try it. All right, I'm putting all the measurements in right now. Port width was 3.5. Port height was 12.5. Number of subs is 2. Cutout diameter. So the cutout diameter of the sub is 11.5. Is it? It's about, well, because I kind of messed around with it. The cutout is 11.3. How do you guys measure the wood thickness? The wood thickness. I want to say it's 3/4 though. It's not that's not a curved port. You sure? That's not curved? It's curves in. Yeah, it is a small port. It's very small. It's 3.5 inches wide. 18, I'm putting the measurements now. The depth of the box is 18.5. The height is 14 inches. The width of the box was 34.5. Number of extra baffles. So I see is that one baffle in the middle? And then I have a baffle, I guess, at the back. All the smart people here are saying it's a slot, but my eyes see curve. Exactly, it's a curve port, but I'm I'm doing it under slot port right now. It's not a curved port. Zoom in real quick. This little thing in the middle, is that a part of bracing or what? And then I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see the inside of the box. Let me get a light so you can actually see in the inside of it. That's the inside of the box. So I have this little piece of wood in between the port. I'm assuming that's for bracing, correct? Yeah. Do kerf. I'll do kerf once I'm done with the slot port. Those are good round overs. So yeah, this would be kerf, correct? And I also have a Scardio box on the on the bottom. So this Scardio box is sitting on a Scardio box. So that's inside the box. There's a piece of wood in the back. Is that part of the bracing as well? I see it's 3/4 curved smooth port. Yep. What is this little piece in the center in the back? Back there. And then this is the inside of the chamber. What's that little piece right here? Port wall. Do kerf. All right, I'll get back out of it and do kerf. You can see all my pimples. I'll get back out of the app and I'll do kerf. Kerf calculator. Type of kerf. They're asking for a 90 degree or a 180 degree. That's bracing. Okay. All right, so we have bracing in the back, yeah, and we have a bracing little small piece in the middle right here. So I guess that has to be factored in too. I should have just did it off slot port box because kerf doesn't have that many options. Cutout diameter is 11.3. Now I got to put all this stuff back in. Port height 14. Port height was 14, I think. Yep. Port width was 3.5. Port length, I need to measure the port length. Sub displacement, I don't have any subs in there, but I guess they're asking like how much room from the cutout to the other side of the cutout. So if I was to put the subs in, I have 9.5 inches of displacement. The port thickness, I don't know about that. Wood thickness. Plus, minus, or 3 hertz estimate. Plus mystical moon, plus or minus 3 to 4 hertz estimate on port tuning would be sufficient. This is Antioch, so tuning would change slightly when loaded in listening environment. Okay, I would negate the curve and just measure total length. It might only be a few hertz off. Okay, all right. I gotta put everything back in here. So 18, the width was 34.5. The height is 14. The depth is 18.5. Number of baffles, number of extra baffles. So I have one here and I see one piece of wood in the back, but it looks like 2 pieces of wood. So I'll call it 3 baffles, correct? See that little piece of wood in the back there? It looks like it's 2 pieces screwed together with a screw. So I would say that's 3 baffles. Is that right? Check your sub manual. Yeah, I'm gonna just do slot millionaire. I'm about to check my MB box with the app. Okay. Anyone out there with the MB box playing down to 20 hertz? They show the displacement. Are you talking about the subwoofer displacement? Well, I'm throwing in different subs in these boxes, so I'm not really trying to get it off of one set of subwoofers. Port thickness, box bracing. I guess I can figure that out. Feet. 8 inches there. I guess this would be for people who are building boxes. The port length. So port length. I think it kind of curves back there too. And it goes always back there. Always, yeah, it kind of curves back there as well. So is the length all the way back until it gets to this piece of wood? Will you have to measure the whole entire thing that goes into the back? You know what I'm saying? Not just here, because that wouldn't be port length, but pretty much where it curves and comes out to the speaker, to the sub cutout. 0 baffles. I don't have any baffles. This isn't one in the middle. That isn't one in the back. So right now I'm trying to find the port length. Right now I'm trying to get the port length, and going straight back is nowhere where it stops. It kind of curves in too in the back of it. So this is curved all the way through. It's not just a straight pretty much line like the MBE box is. Measure the full length of the port. Billard, can you point the camera in the box so we can see better? I just did that. I just did that, but I'll do it again. So that's the inside of the box. The port, right? The port it doesn't stop. It pretty much curves in until it comes out right here to this point. So that would be the entire port length, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do the measurement. I'm gonna do the measurement all the way from here, all the way into here. And I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get get this tape measure in there. So hopefully you guys can see in the box. I'm assuming this part from here to here is displacement. How much room you have to put subwoofers in. Well, it looks like you can put them all the way back here, but those would be some large subwoofers. Yeah, so measure from there. So pretty much I need to measure from here all the way until it comes to here, and that would be my port length. And I'm gonna put these measurements in the app to find out what is the actual tuning frequency. It probably won't be as accurate, but we'll be close. Now they say it's tuned to 33 Hertz. All right, I'm about to do that right now. So let me figure out how I'm gonna do this. Port length, port length. Think I can feel it, trying to pull it. Can't believe this is what I'm doing on a Sunday. Come on, come on. All right, I think I got it. I think I got it. Damn it. All right, I think I got it. All right, it looks like the port length is stopping at the curve. Look like the port length is 21 and a half. Port length is 21 and a half. And I'm gonna take a screenshot of this too so I don't have to do it again. Are the two boxes from the same company? Well, what two boxes? Okay, displacement is the actual space that your subwoofers take up. I got you, I got you. All right, I have the measurements in, I have the width in, the height, the depth, the number of baffles. I put 3, but somebody is saying that I have 0 baffles. How many baffles does this box have? I see a piece of wood in the middle, and I see 2 pieces of wood that are screwed or bound together by a screw, and it goes from top to bottom. Top and bottom in the video. Sub displacement, I'm gonna put that at 0 because we don't have any subs in there. Wood thickness, port thickness. I got that all at nothing. Number of subs is 2, cutout diameter is 11.3. The port width is 3.5. Port height is 14 inches. Port length, we just did it, which is 21.5. External port length. So they're asking for external port length. External port length. External port length. What is the external port length? The Skar Box is most likely tuned to 40 Hertz. You think so, CJ? All your support, I would negate even the second circular one, shouldn't change things too much. There isn't any. So there isn't any bracing in the box or baffles in the box. Yo. So this is where we're getting. This is what we're getting. I'm gonna see if you guys can read it. This is what we're getting off the Skar Audio Box measurements. Take this with a grain of salt though, okay? This is where we're getting. We're getting net volume per sub, which is 1.7 cubic feet, which is somewhat accurate. Yeah. They say the box is 3.7. So if you divide that by 2, that gives you 1.85. So this right here says 1.7 is not too much off. I'm reading the comments real quick. CJ, not enough length for 33 with that size, width, and height. Then why would they advertise it as a 33 hertz? External port is 0. Okay, I got you. Sorry, I'm asking the box sub and without sub, or are they from the same company since they look similar? I'm interested to know. I'm asking with the box subwoofer and the box without subwoofers, are they? Yeah, same company. Yeah, these are the same boxes. The box on the top, the box on the bottom is the same, but these just have the T1 Rockfords inside. Same box, same box. It sounded so good, I bought 2 of them. I bought one really so I can switch out subwoofers in as I'm doing content. And the Rockfords in here, I like them in that box, so I'm just not gonna take them out anymore. Plus, I can sell it as is if I wanted to sell it, but kind of happy I haven't sold it yet because I can always refer to the Rockfords for great sound when I'm testing other subwoofers out. Sorry, man. Not enough length for 33. Okay, we're about to see. That's if you have the port sticking out of the box. Oh, I got you, Ronco. I got you. Tape measure on the port, run the frequency test tone, and it will show you the frequency. I will estimate 35 hertz. Companies lie, YouTube junkie. Yeah, they do. I bet with speaker in the box with support, the actual net volume is closer to 1.5. Wow. Flares should raise tuning slightly. Flares. My box tuned to 30 hertz. What box do you have, Dale? A lot of them only list gross, not net per sub. All right, XP. So this is what we have. This is what we have so far. Net volume per sub is 1.7. Total net volume is 3.39. They told me that this box is 3.7. The gross volume is 5.7. I'm sorry, 5.1. Box tuning is 37.7. So this, according to the measurements I put in, this box is tuned to 38 hertz. According to the measurements, this box is tuned to 38 hertz. Charleston Miller, punchy bass, you like what you like. Yep. According to the measurements I put in, this box is tuned to 38 hertz. Port area, 49. Port volume is 0.93. Port area, foot, liter, 14. I don't understand what this other stuff is. And so the estimated bandwidth on this box is 28 hertz to 75 hertz. So that should be okay, right? If that's the bandwidth, I should be able to play down to 28 hertz if I wanted to with subs that can handle that. And I have the right volume for the subs, correct? And then the cutout sheet. So this right here is saying this will show the box preview, what the box would look like. So let's take a look at that. Definitely close. Do MB box. Now do MB box. I still got the CT sounds in this box, so that would be kind of difficult. So what I'm gonna do is turn on another live and we're gonna do the MBE box. I'll probably do that tomorrow. In between videos, I'm gonna try to do lives and also like little shorts. So this right here is saying show box preview. So this will show, I'm assuming, what the box will look like. So, okay. So estimated bandwidth is 28.3 between 75 hertz. So I should have no issues playing subs that are capable of this bandwidth. Well, all subs are capable of that of the lower frequencies, but I should have good sound playing those frequencies. I wouldn't necessarily go all the way up to 75. You're starting to get in more in the close to the mid-range area. Subsonic filter should be at 28 hertz, and the low pass filter should be set, I'm assuming, to 75 hertz. And right now I have it set to 65 hertz on the amp and 40 hertz at the head unit. But according to YouTube, you guys think that is wrong, even though it sounds good to me. I'll hit hard. Billard said he'll hit hard from 35 to low to mid 40s. Okay, so when I'm starting to creep down into the 34s, 33s, it's not really much output. I'm not really getting anything from those frequencies. But it still makes sound, but I'm not really getting that feeling when I hear the 37. But the 37, well, actually, between 35 and 45, I'm not getting that same feeling when I hit the 34s and below. Do the MBE box next. I definitely will. It's a 3D box. All right, let me show it. So that is what the box would look like, but it doesn't have a port on it. Front. It's with the right of the box, back of the box. So does that look like this? Does that look like this? Somewhat it does. Somewhat. So hot box. So let's go over this one more time. This is everything that I put in the app, okay? So I may have put some stuff in here wrong. YouTube Junkie. This app is called, what was it? Ultimate Car something. It's in the comments. If you can scroll up and see the comments, it is called. Let me scroll up and see. It's called Ultimate Car Audio, I think. Ultimate Car Audio. So I put based on what you guys said to put in this app, the width was 34, the height was 14, the depth on the box was 18 and a half. You guys said I had no baffles on this box. Let's take another look at it. I thought this was a baffle. If this is not a baffle, then what is it? And that thing in the back, what is that? Because I may have the measurements here wrong. Box bracing, left that empty. Sub displacement, empty. Port thickness, empty. Wood thickness, I want to say that's 0.75. So that may take up even more space. Number of subs is 2. Cutout diameter is 11.3. So yeah, the cutout diameter on here was 11.3, not 11.1. When I sent EBE my measurements, I told him 11.1. So that may be on me. The port width was 3.5. The port height was 14. The port length was 21.5. Measuring it all the way out from here all the way into the end of the port was 21.5 inches. External port length, I didn't have one. And common port walls. I don't even know what that is. Do I need to put any of that in there? 1, 2, 3. No. Sub orientation is back, so that was right. Box measurement unit, and we did. Let's do another calculation. See what it comes with. Yep, it stayed the same. All right, so net volume per sub is 1.7. That sounds about right for this. But it should be 1.8, 1.85. So this box is perfect for the Rockfords. They require 1.75. So it's a little bit small when it comes to the Rockfords. If this is accurate, that is. It should have been 1.85 cubic feet per chamber for the Rockfords, or for any subs that I put in the Skar box, based on their 3.7 cubic feet that they describe on the website. And the total net volume is 3.3 or 3.4, not 3.7. So is this box really, is it really not 3.7? Because this is saying 3.4. Gross 5, box tuning 38. So this box, it looks like it's at 38 hertz. And I'm thinking it's 33. We're assuming now that this is correct, all right? Estimated bandwidth is 28 and through 75. Subsonic 28. Yup, so we got our measurements. I just wanted to do this right quick on camera, on live, to let you guys know that I'm serious about this, trying to figure this stuff out. Yep, so that's it. That's the app. I bought it right then and there, right now. What other comments do we have? Sub, no man, you estimated that the box was 35 hertz. It was actually 30, 37, 38. 37.7. So you weren't that too far off. Plus all the bracing. Did you take into account for displacement of the driver and bracing inside the box as well? I did not, Ryan. So we're probably getting even smaller, or even more on the box tuning. It may be around the 40 mark. Why would they lie and say it's 33? You like that frequency. TC, Rockford Fosgate T2 or Incriminator Audio Judge 12 would not fit in that box. I guarantee, yeah, I know for sure. For sure they wouldn't. They wouldn't fit in the box, or you mean that they wouldn't have enough room as far as the volume, the net volume. Exactly, it raises tuning. False advertisement, bro. Yeah, absolutely. But it sounds freaking good. What didn't MBE talk about the polyfill in the curved port making up for how small this box is? I like the sound of the box. I really don't care what they say it claims to be. As long as I got good sound, I'm happy. I don't really care what they claim it to be. I mean, obviously they shouldn't do false advertisement, but it sounds good. And I think anybody who buys this box will not be disappointed. It sounds better than the Q-Bomb box, believe it or not. Yeah, it tricks the subs into thinking it's a larger box. Yeah, yep. So they did good with this Skar box. I recommend it all day, every day. When I first heard it with the American bases, I cannot believe it sounded like that. I was just trying another box out because that Q-Bomb box got beat to shreds. So I was looking for another box I could try. This one looked promising and it looked good. And I mean, as far as the details on the box, the specs on the box, it satisfied me enough to go ahead and try it out. And when I heard it, I liked it. I loved it. I ended up buying 2 of them, you know? I liked the first one, so I ended up getting another one. The Skar better than MBE. So the next live, we're gonna do the MBE box, and we're gonna see the measurement. This is assuming, right, this is correct, and I did that correctly. And I'm gonna use the same slot port box calculation option. See, you have a curve calculator and then you have a slot port box option. The curve calculator didn't really have anything in here that I understood. I only understood, I guess, the wood thickness, which is 3/4 or 0.75. Other than that, I don't really see what else you could do. Kerf radius. See, this is to build a box. So I think our best bet was using the slot port box option, where I can add all the measurements in there. Also, take that with a grain of salt. We used a different option. We didn't use kerf calculator. We used a slot port option. So this is assuming this is a slot port. Maybe you got the wrong alignment from MBE. Would it have made a difference with subs up, port back? Yeah, probably. I've never had a box like that before, so why would I request one? I didn't understand any of that. All I knew is subs, well, I guess subs back, port back. That's all I knew. That's all I ever heard. That's what I was used to. If it's good, if it's not broke, why try to fix it? So when I got the subs up, port back with the Mega Base enclosure, it sounds good. It sounds almost as good as the Skar Box, but I have the American bases back in. I put them back in last night. So we about to roll off today and see how they sound. Again, after playing the Rockfords last night, or for a few days, I realized I do miss these speakers. So I put these back in last night. And we're also gonna do the measurements on this one to figure out what is the tuning, the port tune. What is it tuned to? And so this is definitely a little wider than the Scardio. So I assume this one right here is gonna be a little bit deeper than the 37 Hertz. This one also claims to be 33. So if that one is measuring out, if those are measuring out to be 37 Hertz, 38 Hertz, then this one for sure has to be probably around that 34, 35. They claim 33. So we'll figure that out. And then we're gonna do another live and see what the MBE box is actually, I assume is correct, you know, since he's a box builder and he does all these calculations and use all these apps. So, yep, thank you guys for tuning in. This is another hour of playing around with cardio stuff. I hope you guys have a great evening. We're going to turn on the camera again, and we're going to do this box. We're going to turn back off the camera, and then we're going to do that one to figure out the port tuning. Like, I hope that the app was correct. We're assuming now that the app was correct. So the Skar Box supposedly is not 33, it's 38. 38 Hertz. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. And the bandwidth on that box was from 28 to 75. So that takes care of the frequencies. That takes care of the frequencies. And it has a curve style port and polyfill. Quit playing, get a T-line tune to 40 Hertz. They have a button on the app for sub port back. Okay, that'll be good then. What up, DJ Run, the mechanic? What's going on, brother? Hey, thank you guys for tuning in and being a part of this and helping me figure this stuff out. You guys have a great evening and just base on, brothers. All right, have a good evening.